So, hello and welcome to another edition of So You. My name is Kathy and I am going to be your host today. Today we're going to be working on a two-piece. I don't know if I'm going to make it into a jumpsuit or what, but it is going to be a freestyle. So, remember this pattern here? This is Butterick 6537, and originally in the Ankara fabric I did this sleeve. Well, we're going to do this sleeve. It's a dramatic sleeve and I love it. So if you're interested in how we're going to construct this, please stay tuned. Okay, so we're back. So this sleeve here, it is going to be dramatic because one thing I found out is when you're putting in a sleeve head and it consists of interfaced, that is going to make it stiff and stand up. So the pieces that you're going to need for this out of this pack, this Butterick pattern, you're going to need piece number, pattern number 16, which is the sleeve head. This is sleeve head B, so we're going to be doing B pattern number, the B pattern on here. Okay, so you're going to cut two of these, the interfacing. Then you're going to need the pattern number 14. It's the undersleeve, and you're going to cut two of these. As you can see, I've already cut mine. And make sure your markings and all of that. Then we're going to do pattern number 12. You're going to cut two of these. This is the upper sleeve. Then, wow, look at this here. When I cut this out, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a skirt. This is the over sleeve. See all of that fullness you got in there? That's what this is going to do. So, you're going to cut two of these. Make sure you're making all of your markings and cutting your notches, okay? So, the first thing we're going to do is you're going to put this over sleeve to the side. And you're going to grab piece 12 and piece 14, okay? So, we're going to take our pattern pieces off, of here so we can see what we got. And this is a beautiful fabric. Look at that. That is simply gorgeous. I got it out of at Joann's, out of the Oriental section there. So what we're going to do now is going to grab the undersleeve and the upper sleeve, and we're going to match them at the notches. Okay, so what you do is you find your notches, you know my little song, find your notches. so we got a double notch here, and make sure you put your notches together first. I got plenty of pins today, you see that. And you're going to pin starting there, okay? If you had any other notches, you would notch that first before you went any further. I think I got this wrong. Okay, there we go. Then what I do is I start at the end, pin, go to my other end, pin. Now everything else is just making sure you pin and making sure you ease in and all of that. So once you do all of that, pin those, do it for both sides. Go to your sewing machine. You're going to stitch 5/8 of an inch all the way down, okay? Once you do that, give it a good press for both of them, and then we're going to come back and we'll do our next step. Okay, now that we have our upper sleeve and undersleeve connected, and we pressed center seam down, now what we're going to do is you're going to put that to the side. You're going to get your oversleeve. Now your oversleeve, the flat part on the bottom, that is your bottom, the flat part. What you're going to do is take it over to your machine and you're going to gather stitches. You're going to put some stay stitches in here so you can pull. You got to gather this together. All of this is going to have to fit into that sleeve. So we're going to go over and do that. I'm going to show you what to do next and how it should look. Okay, so you have sewn your 2 stay stitches along there, and now what you're going to do, you're going to take the top 2, not the bottoms, top 2, and you're going to begin to pull. And you're gathering is what you're doing. You're going to just keep gathering until you get to the width of that placement line. I usually gather all the way to the middle on each side. See how beautiful that is? That's coming together beautifully. Then what I'll do is I'll get the other end, the top 2. I'm going to get 2 because 1 will break. I've tried that because I'm thinking, hey. But then you get better looking pleats too with 2. You can do 1, but I'm telling you it's not going to look the same. You're not going to get the same effect. So you want to do 2, okay? So you just gather, just keep gathering and gathering until you get to the fullness of what the sleeve is. And what I'm saying about that is your placement line. You should have made your markings. Your placement line is, I put it, and you can barely see it because this purple is good purple. So anyway, what you do is you're going to turn it right sides to right sides. The top with your notch facing the bottom sleeve. And you're going to place that on your placement line. Okay? Keep gathering until that fits. Okay? Then you're going to pin it down. Take it over to your sewing machine and give it a straight stitch all the way across. All the way across. Okay? Now, when you do that, this is what you should have. Once you do that, this is what you should have. This is the oversleeve. You see that? It's attached in there. Now what you're going to do, and this is where your markings are so important. Okay? You got a marking here and you got a circle here. So that's what you first want to do is take your circle. Your fullness is getting ready to come in now. Then you take your, I don't think it's any notches on here. It might be, but I don't think it is. No, it's not. So, well, actually it is 1. So, what you're going to do is match, ouch, that hurt it, those notches up. Match, match, match. You're going to have a balloon, so that's going to be, gotta put that in there too, because all of that's going to be ballooned in, okay? Balloon all of that in. Keep poking myself. Okay. So that's that. Then what you're going to do and gather all of this as well. Go over to your sewing machine, and what you're going to do, match up your notches. This is what I like to do. Then I can go over to my sewing machine and gather stitch that. I'm going to put 2 stitches in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that out of there, and then I'm just going to put 2 stitches in there, and we're going to come back and show you how to gather. Okay, so we have our sleeve attached at the cap and all the way around. As you can see, it's a really nice sleeve. It's going to be really dramatic. So now that we've done that, you want to give it a good press all the way around. Just give it a good press. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put right sides to right sides. And now we're going to put it together. You're going to pin it. Make sure your seams are matched up. Pin. Now, I'm going to finish mine off with my serger. You can finish yours off with, you can do fold over method. You can do the zigzag stitch. I got all kinds of threads here. However you want to finish yours off, it doesn't matter. Everybody have their own different preferences in finishing off. So what I'm going to do is stitch all the way down, and we'll be right back. Well, hello. So now that we have it stitched down and we got it turned the right way, look at that sleeve. Isn't that gorgeous? That is just gorgeous. Beautiful. And so it's going to stand up more than that because remember this big piece of interfacing that we got to put in there to at the sleeve cap, and I tell you, those are statement sleeves. So we'll be right back, and I'm going to show you how to put that sleeve cap in there. Okay, so now that we have our sleeves all done, only thing I didn't do is hem them. So what we're going to do now is we're going to grab our bodice, and this is the contrasting bodice piece that I am going to be using. What I did was, it's just a basic bodice top. That's all this is, a basic bottom top. Princess seam, princess cut. As you can see, I ironed it in there, and it's still got a few crinkles that I got to iron out. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach these sleeves to this shirt. And so after we do that, then what we're going to do is add our sleeve cap. This is the sleeve cap, and this is what's going to make it stand up. Remember, we had to cut two of these interfacing pieces. So first what we're going to do is we're going to stay stitch it all the way around the end. And then there's a dot there. That dot is going to line up with your sleeve cap on your bodice. So you're going to put that on there, and it's going to go all the way around. So we'll be right back. I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. I'm more visual, and I'm sure you are too. Okay, so as you can see, I have the sleeve cap. I have the sleeve on here. It is coming out nice. Look at that. That is such a nice balloon sleeve. And really this fabric, I'm trying to show it to you, the camera is just not doing it justice. Beautiful fabric. And so what I did was, I took the sleeve, let me grab it and let me show you. Let me take this off of here. This is what I did. So, you turn this inside out. You can see the construction here. So what I did was, first we attached the sleeve, then we grabbed the sleeve head. You know, this was out of the interfacing, which this is. Then we folded this in half, just like this, in half. Then we began to gather it with the sewing machine. We gathered that rounded edge. Gathered that. So that's what's in here, the gathered part. And it's going to make this stand up. Is what's going to happen. It's making that sleeve stand up and poof out more. You know, you get poofy sleeves, but sometimes they'll give way. So this one is not going anywhere. It's a nice big sleeve. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the other one and get that done. And what we have too, what I got is some pants, some bell-bottom pants. So what I did was just the basic pattern, and if you want to know how these are done, I can show you that as well. And just a basic pattern, the pant pattern, and then you just bag it out if you want it bigger. They make these now, so really you can just buy a pattern form. So if you want to see the finished look of this outfit, stay tuned.